Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 42. Hope you guys brought your towels today because we've got some crazy integrated dynamics. Don't panic though, because I'm going to make it as easy as possible. See that? 2 Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy references in one sentence. I felt pretty good about that one. I'm not going to lie, a little proud of that one. So last episode we set up a bunch of crazy shenanigans, right? All the shenanigans. I've got similar measurements going on here like we did over here, right? So we place any seed. Let's grab one of these in front of this, and you'll tell me 2 plus 1 plus 3 equals 6. Ta-da, 6. And the same thing here. 2 plus 1 plus 3 equals 6. Ta-da, 6. Nice. Now, for some reason, weeds don't seem to grow when there's a block on top of the cross branch, which I don't know if that's intended or not, but I really love it. I really love it, because this thing has been sitting here forever, and I ain't got no weeds. And no weeds is a good time. So I'm excited by that. So today what I want to do is I want to detect when there's an item in this chest, right? And if there is, it means that we got a new seed. Because what we've created so far is a thing that will automatically place the double crop sticks, right? And this guy's still measuring for specifically for stuff, but I want to change that, right? So your Boolean is not equals. Actually, that's the click, right? This Boolean is equals cards 15 and 14. So let's find 15, that's vanilla weed plant. And that's the MBT string, so 15 and 14, right? So what we want to say, what happens, what are you? Vanilla weed plant, right? Yes. And then you are the value of the string in this slot, right? And if we did that, he's going to say rubber plant, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare, instead of comparing you with vanilla weed plant, I'm going to compare you with an empty string. And cool, I've got a little E there now. I'll tell you guys what that is in a minute. So does that mean your string value is blank? Perfect. And then we want not equals, right? So if this, the name of the plant, is not blank, true or false? Cool. So now we put this in here, and that's true, right? False, false, perfect. Cool. So that's when we want to break things, right? So I'm going to put you break all blocks in there. So right now it's false. But if there's any kind of seed here, it breaks it, and then in theory puts that seed in the chest. Cool. That is cool. Now, like I said, we're having a weird dupe issue where when integrated dynamics breaks the block, it's not only putting the seed in the chest, but it's spitting one out. So I might need some kind of vacuum hopper that trashes that, but we'll figure that out in a bit, right? Because we don't want seeds falling on the ground here. That's kind of like a weird bug, but I'm not going to take responsibility for that problem. I'm trying to make this as automated as possible, and we're doubling up on items. But the point is that as soon as a crop shows up, whether it's weeds or not, it'll break it and then replant the double crop. How cool is that? My opinion, super cool, right? So now what we want to do is detect when there's a seed here, right? And we can assume that this seed is going to be better than or equal to the 2 seeds here, right? So when we get one, we know that that's going to be a better seed or at least equal to these 2 slots. So what we want to do is place that seed in the slot that is weaker, the weaker of the 2 seeds, right? So let's simulate what that's going to look like. What we want to do, like, let's say we have a 1, 2, 2, and we have a 2, 3, 1, right? These are the 2 seeds that we've got here, right? Boom and boom, boom and boom. What we want to do is compare these 2 numbers, and whichever number is smaller, like the 4, because that's the weaker of the 2 seeds, we want to put this 6 in this slot. Right? Now, if they're equal, we want to figure out what we're going to do with that too, right? So what I decided I'm going to do is we're going to look at left first. If the left number is less than or equal to the right number, Should I just do less than? Because then, because we also have to worry about the growing of the crops too, right? We need the crops to grow before they can spread. So that's a thing. So realistically, we just want it to be less than. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable thing to do. We'll say if it's less than, for now we'll try less than, right? And we'll see if we want to do less than or equal, but I think less than would be good, right? So if this is less than this, replace the crop with that. If this one is less than that, replace this crop with that. But only break it if there's a seed over here waiting to be placed, right? That's pretty much what we want to do. So let's get that going right now. All right, so let's first take this variable card, right? And I also have this labeler. Ooh, look at that. If I put the variable card in here, all right, left, I shouldn't be over there, total, right. Hey, cool. Now we know what this variable card is. Left total. Okay, and you, variable card, will be labeled as right total. Perfect. So now we know what these things are, right? Left total and right total. Okay, and that's pretty spiffy. So now we want to do comparisons. So now we want to take these two values and we want to get Boolean values as to whether one is less than the other, right? So what we're going to do is less than, and we're going to say left total is less than right total. Okay. And then we're going to get right total is less than right less than that. And I can do this, right less than left, right? So if I do that, does that work, I think? Right less than left. There we go. Yes, it does say right less than left. Cool, right? So that's right total less than left total. So that's R less than L. And then I should do this as L less than R. Right? So now we know what these two variables are. Sweet. Okay. So that's cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. So we're going to put those guys in there. And that's going to be left less than right, right less than R. So now if we compare these two dudes, right? 1, 2, and where's my 1, 2? These seeds, yes. So this true and false. Cool. Now without this here, that's true and false. Got it? Right? Because this is better than this one right now. So this is the weaker seed at the moment. Now this is the weaker seed at the moment. Got it? Cool. So now what we want to do is check if there's a seed in here, right? So here we can do inventory empty, right? Or inventory full or inventory not empty. That's probably the one we want. Inventory not empty. So if there's something in this chest, it's going to be a new rubber seed, right? Of some kind of seed, right? So if we take it out of there, we should see inventory not empty false, right? So we only want to do things when this inventory is not empty. In other words, we only want to do things when there's a seed in here. So now we want to combine. We want to do and, right, for both of these. So we want to do an and we want to say left is less than right and inventory not empty. Okay, and what I think I'm going to do is L less than R and not empty. It didn't like me putting the and in there, but that's okay. So that's what we'll do. Cool. And then right less than R, not empty. Okay, so now we put these three variables in there. And this is left less than right, right less than that. Cool. Now, if we don't have any seeds in here, these will always say false. See how they're both always saying false? But as soon as we put a pair of seeds in here, right, one of them spits out true. And it says, oh, this is the guy who needs to be broken, because he is the weaker of the two seeds, and we have a new seed to replace him with, right? If we don't have a new seed to replace him with, they're both false, right? Because we don't want to break anything until we have a new seed to replace him with. When we have a new seed to replace him with, we want to break stuff. Breaking stuff is a good time, right? And this should be the weaker of the two seeds, right? Because that's 2, 1, 2, and that was 2, 1, 3. So that's the one we want to break. So if you're following along, you now know that we have a true-false indicator for when we should break a seed, right? We should break this seed when one of these is weaker and there's a new seed to place in there, right? That's the gist. So now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to access the rubber seed that's in here and then also place one of the crop sticks, right? So let's get one of the crop sticks placing. And to do that, I'm going to pretty much do a similar thing here with the player simulator. Okay? And I'm going to split this into 2 parts because I think that'll be easier, both for you guys to follow along with what I'm doing and in total for me to not have to do extra calculations and logic, right? But the player simulator here, this player simulator is going to access the inventory of this chest, which is channel 2, remember, right? And you're going to click from channel 2, and you're going to click from channel 2, right? And we're going to get this, has block false, right? So let's get another variable card, or 10, because you're going to say has block false. We're going to not that, right? So that's has block false, and this is has block false. And we want to click when there's no block. So we want to revert that, so we want to do a not on that guy, right? Operator not. You, and I'm not going to name these because they're not super important to name right now. I mean, I could name all my variables, and it would probably be smart to do, but, you know, just not doing that right now. Because these aren't super complex, right? So you're going to click left, true, and you're going to click true, right? So now anytime there's an empty block space, this will place a single crop stick. See? Ha 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 ha. All right, so step 2 is to place the seed from this chest, right? So to do that, we're going to want another one of these guys that's going to interact with said chest. Man, if this isn't a complex build for you guys, I don't know what is. Want a little bit of leave room here. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I literally can't fall into this hole. It's hilarious. So you're going to be channel 3, right? And you're going to place seeds that are in this chest, but only under certain conditions, right? Now, I'm pretty sure the player simulator can do this for me. So that's what we're going to do, right? We're going to bring you in here. And player simulator. And player simulator. Whoopsies. And we need to create the conditional on when we're going to place this, right? And then finally, we need the conditional on when we're going to break things, right? But what we want to do is only place this on the condition that this block space is not empty. I believe that works, right? And we're going to test that, right? So same deal, right? So this is not... So this has block true. So that's when we want to do it, right? We want to do has block true. So that's you. So click channel 3, has block true. And you're channel 3, right? You are now that I hit save. Hooray! Look, it put the seed there. Sweet. Now, in theory, I want to make sure that it doesn't break anything to keep clicking there. So like right now, it's probably trying to click that seed there, and it's just not. And that's okay. It would be like basically doing this. Right now, it's sitting there doing this. Could I add logic to make sure that there's not an Agricraft seed there? Sure. Do I need to? No. This ain't hurting nothing. Why make it more complicated when you don't need to? Now, if we found that there was a problem with doing this, sure. Look at that. Look at that. As soon as we break it, it placed a new crop seed, or a new crop stick. And then this detected, hey, there's a block there. I better put a seed. Now, this time it's only going to place the block because we don't have another seed in this chest. But you get the idea, right? Now, why are you reading a 5? You shouldn't be reading a number. Interesting. It seems to be remembering the value that was there and not... Okay, cool. Sweet. Look at that. That is cool. That is some spiffiness right there. Are you reading that value? I don't think so. You seem to just be, like, remembering something. But that's okay, right? And then this guy's going to be the same deal, right? We're going to come over here. We're going to say, if there's a block in the space, then you are allowed to place from channel 3. Okay? And as long as there's a seed in here, he's going to place it. Cool? So that's false, and that's false, right? Now what we want to do is finally break blocks when one is weaker than other, and we have something here, right? So like, let's simulate this, right? What I'm going to do is put a weaker seed in there, the 2, 1. So this is a 2, 1, 2, so that's 5 total, right? And this is a 2, 3, 2, so that's 6 total, right? Correct. Right? So this is a 6, and this is a 5. This one is weaker seed than this. So now we want to add a world block importer that's going to work on the same concept as basically this logic. Right? And all we have to do is place this into the pick up all block slot. Right? Cool? And what it's going to do, and we might as well do the other one here. Right? We might as well set them both up. And this, I think, is pretty much all we have to do at this point. Right? So you're only going to pick up a block when there's a seed in this chest. Okay? And you're only going to pick it up if you're weaker, and you're only going to pick it up if you're weaker. Okay? Now, what's going to happen is the only thing that we don't have control of just yet, and I have to figure this out, I guess, is what happened if they're both the same value, right? Maybe that's why I want to do less than or equal on this side originally. Right, so if they're both the same value, so they say this is 6, and this is 6, and this comes in as 7, then they don't know what to do. So I'm going to actually make you less than or equal to, right? So where is my... left less than right not equal, right? So what we want to do is change the left one, left less than our Boolean. All right. And this is left total, and this is right total. So we're going to change this to be less than or equal to. So that way, if one of the seeds on, like, so say it's a 6 and a 6 and we get a 7, right? Then we will break the left one because we're doing less than or equal to there, right? So this is left total less than or equal to right total. And we're going to call this left less than or equal to right. Cool? And now we should be in a pretty groovy space, right? So what should happen, okay, is if I place this 2, 1, 3 in there, it should break the right crop stick and plant that seed there. Ready for a test? Oh, and you need to channel 1. How cool is that? Now I want that seed to not go in there because that's a situation that we won't normally find, right? It's a situation that we won't normally find. Now, how can I copy these values, right? Because this is left total and right total. So I want to like display these on the screen. So can I copy these? Can I think I can just do this and you'll copy it, right? Left total and right total. So I can put you guys in here, and then I can put left total 6, right total 6. How cool is that? And I'd love to get the total of this guy, right? So we can keep track of how things are going. So I need to create the calculation for that, right? So let's do that real quick. So that would be the NBT of the center block, right? So that's probably U, part ID 2. And we want agri seed, not you. Agri cross crop, no, not you. Or you, actually. We want agri growth, agri gain, and agri strength, right? NBT integer, U here, check. Growth, gain, and strength, right? And then we're going to want to add growth and gain, and then add the combination to strength, and this is the value that we want to put in to here. Okay, so now watch what happens, right? Now, theoretically, that value should almost be nothing always, but yeah. So now let's get our watering can, and let's get our reservoir. Thank you. Okay, and now what should happen, hopefully you guys grow. Don't not grow on me because there's blocks on top of you. I'll be very upset about that. I'll be very upset about that, I will have you know. If you refuse to grow because there's blocks on top of you. Because this is pretty cool, and that is pretty uncool, if that's what's happening. That might be what's happening. Is that what's happening? That is definitely what's happening, isn't it? Now, do you think he'll spread with a crop on top of him? I guess we'll wait and see. That is super uncool. I'm gonna have to solve that. I'm absolutely gonna have to solve that, and I don't know how. All right, so if I connect this real quick, at least this brings these guys into line. And then at least we can test the breaking part. It won't replace. Sweet. And then once the seed makes its way over to here, he did the thing. Cool. Why'd they both break? That shouldn't have really happened. Oh, they're breaking because they're getting... Oh, really? Okay, I think that's see what's happening there. Oh, I see. They both... Okay, yes. Okay, yes. Cool. And you're an unidentified, right? So I need to identify you too. But you're probably... One of these guys is probably better then. Well, no, they're both 6s, so that's okay. And you're a 3-1-4? How'd you both become 3-1-4s? Because that's like an 8. What did I do wrong here? Hang on. That's a true, and that's a false. So you should be doing something right now. True. Shouldn't you be breaking? Channel. Oh, right, because I didn't give you a channel. There you go. Right. And then the one that I broke is the one that does that. Let me make you run a little bit slower. Shouldn't you be... Oh, right. Did I not save you? And you should be a little bit slower on the break. I'll make you both 40 for now. There you go. Okay, cool. So let's test this now. So you both grow. And that's an 8. Okay, cool. Now the only problem is when he breaks the old seed, I probably want him to break it into a different chest. I want him to dump the old seeds probably somewhere else, right? So what I'm gonna do, right? Because the problem is he's breaking the old seeds and putting them into the input chest, and then they're getting routed, right? We don't want that. We definitely don't. So let's put that here for now, right? You're going to be 5, and then you're going to be 5, and you're going to be 5, right? And this will be the accumulation of the junky seeds, okay? Junky seeds going here, okay? So let's get our best seed that we've got, right? So this is a 2, this is a 3, 1, 4. These are unidentified, but let's just identify them real quick so we can see what they are. I just want to see. 3, 1, 5. So these are technically better, right? Right? So if I put you in here and I plop a crop there, and that's a 9, right? Now if I put this 3, 1, 5 and pop this dude here, he's a 9. Perfect. Cool. So now we do this and we make him grow, right? And then as soon as he spreads, we should see some good stuff happen. Right? So he turned into bad times, right? And we didn't put that seed in here, so we're cool. Right? We just need to get these guys working again and placing the crops. The crop sticks. The problem is with a block on top, Agricraft crops don't grow. I think that's the rule. So that's a bummer, and we have to figure that out, and I will do my best to figure that out. But that's where we're at right now. Okay. We're getting there, though. We're getting there on the automation of this. I do very much like that this is working. Right? And one of these should get replaced now. The left one got replaced because they're the same. $11. Nice. Cool? Cool. All right, now let's get these things placing again. Now, one inefficiency is, like I said before, this thing is clicking with an empty hand. When an item is in this chest, which means he's knocking and he's making it not a full-grown plant. So that is a slight inefficiency, I guess. But the other one has to grow anyway. So is it the end of the world? Probably not. Should I fix it? Maybe. Maybe. You know, what I could do is check. So right now he's checking if he has block, right? Let's check. Which one of these is the left NBT? I don't even know, to be honest with you. What we could do is find out, right? Because what we can do... Oh, that's the right NBT. Okay, this is the right NBT, right? So we can say, tell me if Agricrop is blank, right? So this is a blank variable. This is, where's Agricrop? Strength, growth, seed, cross crop, NBT value. Where's like Agricrop? I thought I was checking that somewhere. Maybe I'm not. It's agri-seed is what we want. Agri-seed, not blank. Right? So if agri-seed is not blank, true or false? So if it's blank, I want you to click. So never mind, we want it to be equals. Right? If Agricraft, actually we need to get the value of Agricraft. NBT string. So the left Agricraft value is going to be this. And I'm going to name you, right? Left seed name. And if it's equal to blank, left seed name equals blank, that's a true or false, right? So right now, your left seed name is rubber plant. Cool. Right? And you can go back in there for a minute. And you will only click if both is true. Right? Has block and Agricraft name equals blank. Right? So now that's false. Now that's true. So there you go. Cool. Okay, so let's get the seed name of this guy. So Agricraft name here. So string. That's right, it's easier to search for NBT. So get the name of the string, the tile entity's NBT, Agricraft name is this. And we're going to go left seed name. Okay. And then we'll do if left seed name equals blank, which we need that, don't we? We need the blank seed name, the blank string, rather than making a new one, right? Because we're getting kind of full in there. I think we get a multiples of those on the network, by the way, so I think that's fine. But if the seed name is equal to blank, give me a true or false on that. Okay, so now all you guys can go back in there. And then we get our has block, and the seed name equals blank, and we and them. And that's when we click now. How's that sound? Smart? All right, let's get another variable store. Not 1,000, thank you. So now, in theory, I just want to make sure, right? I put this in here, and you're like, error, can't find ID 47, because that's this guy. But now you should be happy. Good. So we can have multiple variable stores on the network. Good. Good, 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 good. Right? So right now he's false. But if I do this, he should be true. And he should be ready to plant. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change your ticks per operation to be 1. And I'm going to change your ticks per operation to be 1. So that you quickly click when we have a seed available, right? Because what's happening right now is this guy's detecting, hey, I should break this block because his value's low. So I want you to quickly get that seed in there. It's the end of the world? No, but it's probably good to do, right? So now let's get blocks placed in this spot again. Man, that player thing was just so good. How do I fix that? I have an idea. Mechanical miner, do you have an inventory? You do. Okay, what if we did this? Redstone on, right? Or actually, probably redstone pulse on. And you are going to be in the west direction is -x. In theory, when I pulse you, you should break that block and put the contents inside your thing. You ready? You ready? Haha! So instead of world block importer, which all this is a block breaker. All this is a block breaker. Let's not do complex logic around breaking blocks. Right? We redstone pulse you, and we're cool. Okay? So you ready? We're going to replace you with the player simulators. Right? And you are going to click from interface channel 2, because all you guys do is place crop sticks, right? So your click is going to be channel 2. Your click is going to be channel 2. And your click is going to be channel 2. Okay? And you're going to click on the not. Which one of these was when we want to click? True, false. Perfect. Okay, and this is your not, right? False. True, false. Cool. That's working. Good, 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 good. All right, nobody panic. This is going well. I'm excited about how well it's going. Okay, now you're in here, and you've probably got... Good. Rubber seeds. All right, you chill in there for a minute. I don't want you guys going nowheres. Okay. We're going to need another one of those, right? So we're going to want another miner. Okay. What are these not equal variable cards for? I don't remember. They're probably important. What do you think they're for? One of these dudes has to do it. This is left less than right. This is right less than that. Which one are you? There's two of these, and I don't know why. Well, that does that. So that's cool. I don't remember what this not equals is for. So I'm going to put him in a... I'll put him down there for now. I don't remember what he's for. But you've got to click, you've got to click, you've got to click, and you've got to click. So we're cool around there. I think that's fine. We'll figure out what that's for in a minute. But what we're going to do... Actually, yeah. Less is less than right, not equals. Right is less than len, not equal, not empty. Right? Cool. So what we want is another mechanical miner. We're running long on the episode here, and I know that, but I'm so close to having this fully automated. And you're going to run on a pulse. And then we're going to want an ender porcupine. Just needs one of these. Right? And you're -2, -2. Right? So that when I pulse you, you break those crops. You ready? We're going to pulse both of them. Haha! Ha ha! Yay! Cool. Alright, now, what we want to do is take your crop sticks, right? They should be routed over to this inventory, which we will do. And then the seeds will probably be voiding, right? But we'll deal with that later, right? Let's get this going, right? So let's get the best seeds we got and test this. But what we need is writers. Integrated dynamics. Didn't I make a redstone writer? I guess not. Super running late on this episode. But this is going to be emitting a redstone signal at the appropriate time, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to have cable here, redstone writer here. And you're going to emit a redstone signal when left is less than right. Currently, that's false. And you're going to emit a redstone signal when right is less than left. And that chest is not empty, right? So let's get our best seeds. Let's analyze. I want to make sure I'm putting the best seeds in here. The best seeds we got. But I'm thinking it's the ones towards the end, right? Where are my good seeds, actually? 4, 6, 1. Oh, perfect. All right, cool beans. There you go. Okay. So now that's the situation we find ourselves in, right? Let's make sure we've got plenty of crop sticks for a minute, right? So watch what happens when we water. Okay, you're going to grow. And then, that's right, you need to, you also need a thing. You also need a breaker. Breaker. Is that what this was for? That's what this was for, wasn't it? Yeah, see, I knew I needed him at some point. So we want our miner and another ender porcupine. Okay, so we want you to be a writer. On the same conditional that we had before. Cool. Right, now let's pretend that we routed these seeds into this chest. 14. It works. I think that works, guys. Check it out, right? So that just grew some bad seeds, I presume. Actually, it grew rubber seeds. So let's see what we got here, right? I'm going to put that in there. 6. How did you get a 6? Oh, that's not good. I know what happened there. Yeah, see, the seeds spread. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. The seeds spread before I really wanted it to, right? Because it can spread even though the guy on the right's not fully grown, that is. We might have to figure that solution, right? Pretty close. Right, so did that become... That was weeds. Weeds. There's a seed. I'm going to put him in here. Just pretend we item routed. 14. Cool? All right. So the only situation that we have to worry about is when this thing spreads to this thing when this isn't fully grown. Because if that happens, we'll have a weak seed in here, and that's bad news. So let me figure that out. But we're going to wrap up the episode here. This is really close. For now, Del20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. For now, take it easy.